What, you think you have some lock on family values around here and I'm just around for kicks? Look, I took this gig in the first place because of you. Not as a favor. Not because I like you, so don't go get any funny ideas about that. Family does for family.
I feel a chorus of Kumbaya coming on.
You know, why don't you take your wise guy comments and get lost and let me do my job?
Who's stopping
you? You are. Look, if Shire comes here and finds you tagging along, he's gonna cut me loose. And you can say goodbye to the inside track and any thoughts of you being a help around here.
Like I said, I will fade into the background the second the guy pulls up.
Look, this is not amateur hour.
No, it's not. Well, you think I got my PI license off the back of a box of cereal?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I do. I think you're probably great at finding lost dogs or stray husbands. Look, Chandler hired me to work on the wrong side of the law, okay? This could get very dangerous.
Okay, so why should you be the only one to take the risk?
This is what I do for a living. Look, you're gonna be, I understand that you wanna take your fair share of this load, all right? But you're gonna be no use to anyone in a body bag. Look, I'll get all the facts and divvy up to 50-50 later, all right? Just get out of here.
You been here long?
Just got here.
We're alone.
Yeah, just you and me and the night crawlers. Why are you so cautious?
All you need to know right now is your target.
Well, lay it on me.
You're going to torch the law offices of Ms. Leslie Colson.
David, our relationship is protected by lawyer-client privilege.
I'll sleep easier knowing that.
Is your life in danger?
What prompts you to ask that?
Your instructions? These letters to be delivered post-mortem?
In the event of my untimely demise, yes.
Do you still play 2 sets of tennis every day?
The tennis pro still shudders when he sees me coming.
Oh, you're a healthy, vigorous young man. No chance you'll drop dead of a heart attack. I can only infer that you're at risk from some outside threat.
I doubt that I'm in any immediate danger. But those letters, along with that file, are my insurance policy.
Insurance against what?
A megalomaniac who likes to have things his own way.
Adrian's sword. Adrian's sword.
Adam, am I terribly late?
Vanessa, you still make one hell of an entrance.
Oh, dear. Well, it's not knowing when to leave that always gets me in trouble.
I'm so pleased we could have cocktails together.
Well, I have been a very good girl lately, so I'll allow myself one.
Do you remember the first night we met?
We were both sailing on the QE2, and it was the night before we docked in Southampton.
Ah, yes. We meant to keep in touch.
Oh, but alas.
Well, what shall we drink to?
What else? 2 ships passing in the night.
Fortuitously reunited. I tried to call you here. The desk said you'd checked out.
Oh, well, the Valley Inn is hardly the George Sanger.
That's true. How did you end up at Erica's?
I'm kind of filling in temporarily while she's in South America, consulting a plastic surgeon. I get to look after her lovely home, and I'm keeping an eye on enchantment for her.
That's a pretty tall order.
I'm loving every minute of it. But fess up, Adam. You really don't want my take on the newest kiss-proof lipstick, do you?
Oh. Am I really that transparent?
Well, I'd hoped you and I were past the age when we did have to play games.
Not you, darling.
You know, I've been everywhere, seen everything, done everything. Twice. Nothing phases me anymore.
I'm worried about you, Vanessa.
Why on earth?
I know how badly David treats you.
Oh, well, my son has his reasons, you know, or so he thinks he has.
I know what it's like to have a child turn on you.
How sharp are the serpent's tooth?
Well, if you ever need a shoulder or a sympathetic ear, I'm here, Vanessa.
That's very comforting, Adam.
I hope you don't mind my asking, but what was the cause of the friction between you and your son? It might help to talk about it.
Or not.
We're old friends.
Indeed, we do speak the same language, right? So why talk in circles, huh? Look, Adam, if you want the down and dirty on my son, why not just come right out and ask me?
When I signed on to this gig, it was a search and seizure. You get me the name, and I'll get you the file.
My client doesn't want the target alerted.
Oh, and burning some lawyer's office to the ground is not going to get his attention.
You'll be well paid for your trouble.
Look, forget the money. Any investigator worth his badge knows a real fire from arson.
Faulty wiring? A short in the ventilation system?
No. They'll know it's rigged. I'm not doing any hard time for playing with matches.
My client was very specific. The law office is to be destroyed.
Well, your client can either trust me with the name or find himself another ex-spy.
It's not a question of trust, Mr. Sword.
No? Then how about the name? All right, look, let's try this another way. When I first signed on to this, you said there was a bank and a medical office involved. Look, I can't go around torching the whole damn town.
Yeah, you're right, of course. My client will expect absolute confidentiality.
Oh, he'll get everything he deserves. To hand over the name.
Look for the name Hayward. Dr. David Hayward.
You want the files torched?
No, given the change in plans, my client may want to review its contents.
Find out if the good doctors really got the goods.
That's not your concern. I want the job done tonight. Here's the address. I'll be in touch with further instructions.
All clear. What do you know about a Dr. David Hayward?
Well, for starters, he saved Dixie's life.
What's his ties to Chandler?
Well, he almost killed Adam by giving him the wrong prescription.
Was there any charges filed?
No, as a matter of fact, there weren't. Hayward claimed it was an accident. The hospital dismissed him. That's as far as it went.
Okay. Anything else stand out?
Yeah. He's been buzzing around Liza ever since he started doing these medical reports over at WRCW.
Wait a minute. Liza is engaged to be married to Adam, isn't she?
What do you think?
I think there's something in that file that Adam wants buried.
Agreed. Okay, come on. We gotta get that file.
Wait a minute. What do you mean we? We as in you and me?
Yeah, that's the plan.
Oh, remind me when we get done with this to get my head looked at, all right?
Okay. Means I can ride shotgun?
Yeah, like I'm gonna stop you.
Adam, I love my son deeply, and the fact that it's not reciprocal hurts me very badly. That isn't the point, is it? If you know something about my son that I should be aware of, please do tell me.
Well, there's no pretty way to say this. Your son tried to kill me.
Dear Lord, what happened?
I received an overdose of the wrong medication, intentionally administered by your son.
Why on earth would David do a thing like that?
To ruin a colleague? He later on admitted his mistake, but he claimed it was all an accident.
What, do you have reason to believe otherwise?
Vanessa, I know otherwise. I'm sorry to be the bearer of such grim tidings.
No, well, thank God you're all right. I mean, David's been troubled, since... I never dreamed he'd go this far.
Do you detect a pattern here?
I hardly think I know my own son anymore. He resents me, that's clear. But for a doctor who's sworn the oath to save lives to purposely endanger the life of a patient, that's horrific.
David's never been in trouble before, either on the record or off?
Not to my knowledge.
Well, let's hope this was just an isolated episode.
Well, he's been quite a handful ever since his father committed suicide. My husband intended to punish me, but his son ended up the ultimate victim.
And do you think, given his past record, maybe we should talk to some of his former employees?
Anything to help David help himself, of course.
Mm-hmm. I know he studied and did his internship at Stanford.
Well, 2 years rotation at St. Mary's, San Francisco, I believe, then follow up at Johns Hopkins.
That should get us started.
If you do learn anything, you will tell me.
Oh, of course, yes, of course. And I hope that, sincerely, that we find my suspicions are unfounded.
So, Opal, I really thought that you were about to stand me up this time.
I'm sorry to keep you waiting, Marion, but I had to referee a 10-rounder between two strapping young men.
Ooh, details, darling, details.
Marion, get your eyeballs back in their sockets. It was just my sons, Tad and Adrian.
Oh,
Well, seems our children bear the brunt of our dreams and disappointments.
Now, Adrian and Tad, you know, they pretend to really hate each other, but they're looking more like brothers every day. So,
Adam, have I lost you?
Oh, Vanessa, I'm so sorry. That's my sister-in-law back there. I really should go say hello.
Of course.
Will you excuse me?
for so long. And we never did, you know. It's a little bit at a time, but still, it's a good thing.
Good evening, ladies.
oh, Adam, I didn't know you were here. Where were you hiding?
No, right out in plain sight. Opal, I'm sorry, I couldn't help but overhear you talking about someone named Adrian.
You heard right. He's my pride and joy.
Beg pardon?
Oh, haven't you heard? A few years ago, Opal gave birth to, well, a love child.
Yes, he recently came back into my life, and so now I have 2 sons instead of 1.
You're talking about Adrian Sword, the former government agent.
Well, if you insist on using his full title, yeah, why do you ask?
Vanessa, I'm so sorry. Something urgent business has come up. We will continue?
Oh, well, name the time and the place.
Yeah, I'll call you.
Well, your file is locked up tight for the night.
Good. I'll rest easy.
Or not. Do you have any plans this evening?
Unfortunately, I do. May I take a rain check?
Rain or shine, you know where to find me.
Let me walk you to your car.
You don't have to.
Oh, I insist. Here's some payment on account.
God.
Thought they'd never leave. Hurry.
Look, let's make a move on this, all right? We don't know if they're coming back.
Yeah, well, FYI, that was David Hayward.
Yeah, that much I figured.
Yeah, right.
Look, would you like to shine a little light over here where it's useful at?
No, I think I'll stand right over here and keep watch.
Oh, God, you know, when trouble comes, you're gonna be the first one to run. Ah, sealed.
Gee, imagine that.
You shut up.
You better hurry. That cleaning lady was rounding the first furlong.
Sweat it out, Martin. This is where we decide the men from the boys.
Tell me it didn't happen. Plan fell through, they didn't show.
Were you talking about Sword?
Of course I'm talking about Adrian Sword. Adrian Sword. So much for your background check. Adrian Sword is Ted Martin's half-brother.
No.
Yes! You idiot!
No? What do you think? Ooh, I still have the touch.
Hello? Mom? Were you able to make the appointment with Dr. Fontaine?
Oh, not yet, Tony. He's at the hospital, not in his office yet.
Well, when's he going to be back?
Oh, don't worry. His secretary said she'd call as soon as he got in.
Well, great. Well, how am I supposed to know?
Sweetheart, you'll just be patient. Go to your first class and call me when you get out.
Mom, I can't. I mean, the only thing I can think about is whether I'm pregnant or not.
Please be patient, Liza. Excuse me, darling. There's someone at the door. All right?
Fine.
Hi.
What do you want?
Is Liza here?
No, she isn't.
She told you.
That she thinks she's pregnant? Yes, she did. Have a nice day, Tad.
As long as I'm here, why don't you invite me in?
What could you possibly have to say to me?
That I know it's not mine?
Oh, really? Funny, Liza doesn't see it that way.
Liza's a fool. We broke up a long time ago. And since that time, she's been in bed a lot. We both know that.
You could always take a blood test, couldn't you?
Maybe. But that's not the point. I want Liza to know that even though I know it's not mine, I'm prepared to pay for the abortion.
Liza didn't say anything to me about an abortion.
So what? She's pregnant. She's got to have one.
Why?
What do you mean, why? Because it's the only thing to do, Marion. You got to make sure she has one.
Dad, I can't force my daughter to have an abortion.
No, but you can talk her into it. Mrs. Colby, you don't quite understand. Your daughter has been acting very strangely lately. She might decide to have the baby just to spite you and me.
I don't think that she would do that, okay?
But she might. If you don't convince her not to have the baby.
Look, have you got anything more to say to me?
Will you tell her that I'm willing to pay for it?
Yes, I will.
And you'll let me know if she's really pregnant.
Oh, don't worry, Tad. You'll be the first to know.
Thank you.
Oh, hello there, Tad.
Hi, Mr. Colby.
Larry, why are you home so early?
I seem to be coming down with the flu. I tried to stick it out, but I couldn't.
Oh, darling, I'm so sorry.
So am I. You really should take better care of yourself, sir.
Well, don't leave on my account.
Oh, I'm sorry. I really have to. Would you please tell Liza that I came to see her?
Yes, of course I will.
What brought Tad over? Are he and Liza going to get back together again?
Oh, well, you never know with young people these days.
Well, personally, I wish they would. I've always liked that boy.
Larry, why don't you go up to bed? You're not looking very well, darling.
All I need's a little rest. I'll get it. Hello. Yes, she's here. Who may I say is calling? Dr. Fontaine? She says it's for you, man. Dr. Fontaine.
I'll take it, Larry. Hello, this is Mrs. Colby. Yes, I'd like to set up a examination for a GYN as soon as possible. Oh, that would be wonderful. Thank you very much. Bye.
What was that about?
Nothing.
Don't, Marion. If there's something wrong with you, I want to know.
Darling, it's just my regular yearly checkup, that's all.
Who's Dr. Fontaine? I never even heard of him.
Oh, well, he is in Landview.
Why are you going over to Landview?
Something wrong with Dr. Clayton?
No, it's just that, well, you have to wait weeks and weeks, darling, for an appointment, and once you get into his office, you sit in there for hours till he finally sees you.
Clayton's been your doctor for years.
Well, I know. He's just getting too popular, that's all.
I don't like this, Marion. He should show you a little consideration. I think I'll speak to him.
Oh, no, darling, please. I'd rather try this new man. Betty recommended him very highly, and I'd like to see him, okay?
I want you to have the best possible health. You and Liza, all I have. I don't want anything to happen to either one of you.
Thank you, darling, and I don't want anything to happen to you, so let's get you up into the bed, and I'll get you some aspirin and juice, all right?
That's exactly what I need. A little tender, loving care.
And that's exactly what you're going to get. Tender, loving care. Sit down, honey. Hello?
Mom?
Yes?
Did you make the appointment?
Yes, darling. He can see you in half an hour. Now, should I pick you up at the university?
No. I have my car. I'll meet you there.
All right.
Where's the address?
It's the medical annex, Lambview Hospital.
Okay. I'll see you there.
Bye, darling.
Bye.
Bye.
Do you mind getting out of my way? What's your problem? What's my problem? You want to know my problem, Daddy? My problem is that your new little boyfriend got me pregnant.
Bye-bye.